Stop playing the victim. Hi, it's Roger McDonald from Positive Emotional Healing. This video is about stop playing the victim. Now, for me personally, I've played the victim in my life more times than I can remember, countless times. And I've learnt the wisdom about not being a victim, about taking 100% responsibility for your life. And even though I've known this, I've still at times taken on the role of victim. And I'm sure if you're listening to this, maybe you've played the victim in your life a couple of times, maybe once or twice or a few thousand times. It's normal for people to play the victim. Now, what's a victim? The victim is the person, maybe a person who's been done wrong by others. Maybe he's had something stolen from you, you've been beaten up, you've been assaulted. Someone's treated you badly, someone's broken a business deal with you, and so on and so on. Playing a victim. So the interesting thing about playing a victim is ultimately it feels good. You feel righteous. You feel like you deserve life to give you something, that you deserve to come out on top. As we know with life, sometimes good people and bad people suffer indiscriminately, and both good and bad people are rewarded indiscriminately. So about playing the victim, it juices you to play the victim. You can feel like yes, and with the victim, your ego can get involved and make it be like, you have every single right to be a victim. You have every right to feel the way you do because of what happened to you in the past. We can even see entire nations, entire cultural groups, entire socio-economic groups playing the victim throughout history. So in addition to you playing the victim, groups of people have played the victim in the hundreds, thousands, and even millions. Now, the problem with playing the victim is an assumption that your ego uses to keep you trapped. Now, your ego is not necessarily your friend. Your ego helps you survive. But when you start playing the victim, your ego is trapping you and keeping you stuck. And you may be stuck for a long time, my friend. You may be stuck for days, for weeks, for months, for years, even decades. Stuck in that resentment, stuck in that victimhood, stuck in that self-righteous anger, stuck in that whatever your particular cross or burden that you believe has been thrust upon you unfairly by God, by life, by someone else, by some other group. The only way out of being a victim is to take 100% responsibility for what is happening to you in your life right now, and to act as if what happened to you was something on some level which you created, on some level, whether it's unconsciously, karmically, something that's universally, something that's happened to you. Act as if you created it or you contributed to creating it, and that may not be true. I believe that in the eternal universal sense, it is true that we create everything in our lives. We're manifestations of what we believe and how we've been programmed. And so if something's happened to us, we've created on an unconscious level. More about that in other videos, because we can actually create problems for ourselves in order to reinforce our ego, in order to reinforce our justification of being a victim. See that with playing a victim, it doesn't end with one thing. It can happen for dozens of things. It just becomes a habit. You're playing the victim in your relationship, in your career, in your entire life. Playing the victim keeps you stuck. Playing the victim keeps you powerless, which in a sadistic sense is what your ego wants. It wants to keep you powerless. It wants to keep you stuck and like bogged down. The way to overcome victimhood is to have the intention to say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to play the victim in my life anymore. No more. And that means forgiving people, means forgiving cultural groups that you believe did something wrong to your people, means forgiving nations that you believe did something wrong to you. It's a way out of victimhood, because when you forgive, when you let go, when you surrender resentments towards other people, no matter how righteous and justified you may feel, when you surrender and let go and of that victimhood, you set yourself free. You get yourself out of the drama triangle. You pull yourself out of that conflict, that ongoing drama that you might be addicted to in your life. And then you can start moving forward. Then you can start healing. Then you can start living your life in a free manner. You can have freedom, true freedom, by letting go of victimhood. Now, it's tempting to play victimhood, and you can see it in the news. The news likes to phrase things as a perpetrator and a victim, hero and villain, good and bad, and realize that in the eternal sense of life, of existence, if we look at the super mega big picture, there are no victims. We're all here. We're all playing roles. We're all born into something. We don't know why we're born here. I know why we're born here, but maybe you don't know why you're born here. And you're here, and maybe you're thrust into a set of circumstances which you have no concept of whether you deserve those or not. Understand that life is perfect. The universe is perfect. Where you are is where you're meant to be. The things, the victim card that you're playing, perhaps is the thing you need to let go of in this life in order to move on, to heal, to be a better person, to be happier. Ultimately, letting go of the victim card makes you happier. The rest of the people in the world can play victims. The rest of your cultural group can play victims. The rest of your family can play victims. But for you, you're choosing to be emotionally free, psychologically free, mentally free, physically free from the chains of your own victim oppression. You're choosing to set yourself free. I hope you got some great value from this. Stop playing the victim. Choose to be free. Choose to forgive and let go and move on with your life. It's a fantastic way. It's a fantastic thing to do. You feel so much lighter, and keep that as the intention moving forward, because I'll tell you what, little resentments can sneak back in. Little victim playing can sneak back into your life. It just happens. It's just natural. That's part of the human condition, I guess. Understand that when you find yourself playing the victim card, immediately forgive, immediately let go, immediately move on, immediately choose to find a way to get beyond that victim status so you can be free. This is Roger McDonald from Positive Emotional Healing. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.